I'm gonna let you in on a little secret here, guys. And that secret is women do not follow men who follow women. Okay? What do I mean by that? Women don't follow men who follow women. What does that mean exactly? What that means is women are never, ever, ever going to follow your lead, feel attraction for you, especially sexual attraction for you, or feel any feelings for you, least bit romantic, if you are following women, okay? The men that women fall for, can't get enough of, can't stop thinking about, can't wait to have sex with, can't wait to jump into an LTR with, can't wait to marry off. The men that get women to feel these emotions for them do not follow women. They follow men, okay? They follow men. And guess what? When you're out there not supporting feminism, not supporting like all of these like feminist events, ideas, ideologies, I want to say, values, propaganda that's completely consumes society, right? When you're not doing that stuff and instead you're sporting anything that has to do with the patriarchy, anything that has to do with being more masculine, you're going to get attacked. Okay, especially in today's day and age, you are going to be attacked. Okay, they are going to come after you, just like they come after me in my teachings all the time, right? You're going to get attacked for it. But you know what you're also going to get? You're also going to get a lot of women, right? A lot of women are going to find you attractive, especially women who support these feminist ideologies. These chicks are like so starved for real men. It's insane. These chicks are so starved for a guy who can just still be a guy in face of all this, even though they're completely supporting an agenda that's against men. It's like they're so starved for guys. And I've mentioned this before, that I've like mistakenly approached feminists out there. One girl that I actually dated before I left San Francisco, before I moved to LA, was a feminist. I didn't know she was a feminist, but she was feminist, right? Really attractive too. I couldn't believe that she was a feminist, but the more I got to talk to her, I was like, shit, this chick is a feminist. That chick couldn't get enough of me. She couldn't get enough of me. She was so like offended by my ideas in the beginning, right? The fact, like, we talk about women vote. How do you feel about women voting then, huh? How do you feel about that? And I'm like, oh, it was a horrible idea. You said it was a horrible idea, blah, blah, blah. You know, what would you do if you were president of the United States? I was like, first thing I would do, take away women's right to vote. What? You know, this chick hated my ideas. Hated it, right? Yet she couldn't get enough of me. She literally told me that in bed. She was like, oh my God, I'm so attracted to you. I'll never forget her saying that, you know. And the thing I started to realize, because she wasn't the only feminist that I dated one that I met in LA, another one, I met her in a venue. I met her actually at Saddle Ranch in Hollywood. Her name was Claire. She said she's given me permission to use her name. Her name was Claire. Nice girl, actually, but she was a feminist. When I approached her initially, she was like offended that I approached her, and I told her, I was basically telling her that I was a pickup artist, because she called me out on some of my tactics. She was like, these are like dating tactics, aren't they, that you're trying to use on me, mister? And I said, well, yeah, I'm a professional pickup artist. What? What did you say? And I'm like, I said I'm a professional pickup artist, right? I stood my ground. And even that chick ended up falling for me, and she couldn't get enough of me. She hated my ideas. She hated the fact that she was like, you support Trump? And I'm like, yeah. She was like, you know, right? She couldn't get enough of that. And the pattern that I started to realize with these girls is they are so starved for a man, just a man who stands strong in his frame, in his masculine frame, and doesn't apologize for it. Even though they hate it, they will shit test you for it. I mean, mostly in the beginning. I mean, this didn't go on like as we were dating each other. I mean, from time to time we would bump heads, but for the most part, these girls acted very feminine, right? They were pretty submissive in the relationship. It's just initially they try to shit test you with all that feminist stuff that they've been brainwashed with. But once they see you stand your ground, it turns into attraction by default because you're demonstrating that you are a man. You're not this beta bitch that buys into the blue pill, that buys into whatever the crowd, the mob tells you to buy into. No, you're a man. You're an individual. And you're not afraid to be an individual. You're not afraid to abandon the collective thought out there and have your own ideas, your own values, your own beliefs, right? You're not afraid of that. When these girls would see that, they would be like, wow, this guy's really attractive. Why am I so attracted? They couldn't even explain it themselves. And, you know, because I'm a dating coach, I understand what's happening. Getting to know them, like how deprived they are of what they truly need, which is a masculine man. And really, they're depriving themselves. And unfortunately, most men out there are just beta, right? They're just beta. And I've told these same feminists that I've dated, like, what do you think of strong women becoming stronger in society, right? And I've told them, I'm like, women haven't gotten stronger, girl, okay? Let's clear this up now. Women have not become stronger. Men have just become weaker, right? I will go to the grave with that. Women have not become stronger. Men have just become weaker. Okay? The reason why you become stronger is because men have become weaker. If you watch sports and your favorite team, you know, like that had no chance of getting to the Super Bowl gets to the Super Bowl. You know, I mean, you could make the argument that, hey, my team didn't get any better. It's just that all these teams got weaker. They had less talent on their teams. So we were able to get to, you know, the Super Bowl, to the top, to the show. At the end of the day, women do not follow, much less will they ever respect a man that follows women. Okay? They won't. Now, morally, you might feel like, okay, I'm doing the right thing. I'm supporting these feminist ideas. I'm going to the pussy march. I'm wearing the pink hat for my girl. I'm empowering her to join the workforce, to be all she could be, and this and that. But understand, from a biblical standpoint, and even just from nature's standpoint, say you're not a non-believer, right? From nature's standpoint, you are abandoning the natural order. And that's one thing I will never do, is I will never abandon the natural order, okay? And the natural order, at least for me, because, you know, I grew up Catholic, I was raised Catholic, I am a Catholic. The natural order is God before man, man before woman, and women before children. Okay, that is the natural order that I follow. I do not follow women because that is not part of the natural order. And once you abandon the natural order, that is when shit goes astray in your life. That is when chaos enters your life. That is when confusion enters your life, enters your brain, enters your psychology. And once you have confusion in your brain, your psychology, then follows hopelessness, depression, anxiety, social anxiety, mental demons, self-doubt, right? And it all stems from following the woman, okay? It all stems from that because why? You are abandoning the natural order of things, the way God has set it up for us. And again, if you're a non-believer, the way nature has set it up, okay? This is how our civilization as humans has been able to thrive throughout the centuries. And right now, I honestly believe that we are going to see a halt. Okay, we're not going to progress nearly as fast as we have over the last few centuries. There's going to start to be a standstill. Just because now we are abandoning the natural order, we are starting to empower more women that morally might make you feel good. Morally, you think it might make you feel like fulfilled emotionally, but in other ways it's very selfish. It's selfish towards society. It's selfish towards the next generation. It's selfish towards women. It's selfish towards yourself, right? Because you're denying yourself and you're denying women the opportunity to experience something that is their God-given right to experience, right? Which is a real man, a real relationship, a healthy relationship without having mental issues or psychological issues. I mean, on this channel, I've talked about damaged goods, women who are damaged, women who are over 30. Whenever you meet a single, unmarried female over 30 that's still single, especially if she's hot, right? You have to ask yourself why. And at the end of the day, these chicks always have mental demons, psychological issues that they're dealing with, right? If you ever go on dates with these girls and they happen to bring you over to their place and you happen to be in their bathroom, if you happen to look inside their medicine cabinet, you would see that a lot of these females are on antidepressants, right? They're on like some type of medication that they've been prescribed from a psychologist or even a therapist to help them deal and cope with their mental issues. A lot of this stems from the damage that society is doing to not just women, but also like men, right? Because we're being deprived too. Not to get too far off track here, guys, but at the end of the day, women do not follow, much less have respect for men who follow them. You feel me? It's just not part of the natural order. Women do not respect and do not follow men who follow women. They don't. Okay, if you're out there at the Pussy March supporting like these feminist ideologies and values and beliefs and you know everything coming from the blue pill matrix, these women, they'll like be happy for that, of course, right? You're happily doing their dirty work for them, but they're not going to ever feel sexual attraction for you, and deep down, they're not even going to respect you, right? They're just using you. They're just using you, right? It's in a female's nature to manipulate and use you if you let them, okay? If you let them. And guess what? She can never feel sexual attraction for a man that can be used and manipulated. This is why these chicks end up going for complete dickheads, jerks, guys who are mean to them, even guys who abuse them, right? Because those guys, in their minds, can be trusted to be men, right? In their minds, that's what they have to settle for because they can't find a man who's willing to be a man anymore, right? Who's willing to stick to his principles and follow other men. Okay, this is what I mean by following the natural order. By doing that, following the natural order, you are not following women, you are following men. I don't follow women personally, I follow men. I don't take advice from women, I don't listen to women, right? I don't. I follow men. In my car, I don't listen to girly music. I don't drive girly cars. I mean, if we really want to dive deep into this, I mean, even as far as that goes, I mean, most of my music is, you know, I would say it's pretty masculine. I grew up in the 80s, so I listened to a lot of like hard rock. And even then, like in the 90s, I listened to a lot of alternative rock. Yeah, I don't really listen to like female artists or like sappy songs or anything like that. Take it for what it is, guys. Don't follow women, follow men. The problem that we have in society today is that not only are women following other women, but also men are now following women. And that is going to lead to the destruction of civilization. Okay? You could look back in history. Every civilization where this happened, where the women started leading and the women followed and the men started following the women, every single civilization like that ended up destroying itself and has ceased to exist, right? And we're on that trajectory right now. I'm not going to be on that side of history, and you as my student, I do not want you to be on that side of history. And also, I don't want you to have chaos in your life. I don't want you to have confusion in your life. I don't want you to have these mental demons that come with that. Depression, anxiety, self-doubt, right? A lot of you guys ask me, like, how come you seem like you have your shit so together? And it's like, because I follow the natural order, dude. That's what I do. I just follow natural order. You know what? Keeps me happy, keeps me healthy, keeps me mentally sane in an insane world. Okay? Keeps my life feeling fulfilled. I'm not on any type of like medical medications, especially for my head. Nothing, right? I don't need it. I don't need it. because I follow the natural order. No matter how much people want to shame me, attack me in my comment section, attack me personally while I'm out in these venues, I stand my ground. I just follow the natural order as set by our Lord and Savior, by God himself, or again, as if you're not a believer, by nature. Okay? By nature. By nature. If you're a man, you need to follow other men. You need to follow what has been set up for us. Okay, you cannot follow the woman and expect great things to happen in your life. Expect this chick to like become yours, to fall in love with you. You know, it doesn't happen that way. You're not going to bring good things into your life. You're just going to bring destruction into your life. You hear me? You feel me? Right? Speaking to you. Speaking to you. Okay, you cannot follow the woman. We could take this down and deep into the rabbit hole into so many levels, right? Whether it's your car, the type of music you listen to, the type of movies you watch, right? A lot of times my girl's trying to get me to watch a chick flick. I'm just not into that stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm not watching this, right? Just the same, I don't try to make her watch like Commando with me or anything like that. I know it's, I'm probably not going to have much interest in her. We try to compromise a little bit, something that we both like, but I'm not going to watch that shit just to please her, try to pretend that I like it when I don't. I'm not going to let her choose my clothes for me or tell me how to dress or anything like that. I don't take her advice at all. Funny, I was at a house party not that long ago, and there was this guy there, good-looking guy, and his ex-wife showed up. She divorced him, and he still wasn't over her. And he had grown out kind of like a goatee since then, kind of like a cool Miami Vice-looking goatee. And I was like, that looks good on you, man. That looks good on you. And it did. It looked really good on. He was getting a lot of compliments. His ex-wife shows up. I don't know what she was doing there. She shows up and she's like, oh, tell him I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that on him. I don't like that. Dude, this is his ex-wife. You know what this guy does? He goes to the bathroom, grabs like a razor, and shaves it off. Shaves it off for her. This is like next level simping, right? This is like next dimension level simping. This guy just entered. I couldn't believe he did that, right? I don't know him that well, but he did that. And this guy is a guy who's like, who acts alpha, but super beta inside, right? Total simp. But this guy is like pretty big guy, German guy, you know, has his own business and everything, drives a Porsche, right? You would see this guy and you'd be like, man, this dude's alpha. Nope, beta. Right? This is why I always laugh at guys in the comments like I mentioned. You don't look alpha to me. It's like, really? What's alpha supposed to look like to you? Right? A lot of these guys like look the part, but they can't play the part. Like a lot of these Hollywood actors I've mentioned, they play these alpha characters on screen, this like hero guy, like masculine guy, and then as soon as the picture wraps the very next day, they're like doing a PSA for like women's rights and shaming men and, oh, we all have to be a toxic masculinity. Yeah, these same dudes you claim are alpha are like completely beta. So yeah, this guy like went in the bathroom and like shaved off his cool goatee that took him like, you know, a good like few weeks to grow out. Like shaves it off in a heartbeat because his ex-wife, who's like remarried since, like says she doesn't like it. Unbelievable. Talk about following the woman. But this is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You think his wife got more attracted to him because he shaved it off? No. She was even more like confirmed in her decision to dump this guy. Like, see, little bitch, right? Whereas I guarantee if he stood his ground every once in a while, she probably would never have dumped him. She wouldn't be banging some new guy now. You know, she would still be with him. Understand, fellas, don't follow the woman. You can't, man. You can't. It's not part of the natural order. It's not the way nature set us up. It's not the way God set us up. It's not biblical. If you're a Catholic, Christian, right? If you're a religious person, it's not the part of the natural order. You are not to follow the woman. You are to follow other men, right? High value men, successful men that you want to be like, right? Men that you admire. You're not to follow women, right? I mean, they're just going to lead you to destruction, as it says in the Bible, right? As it says in the Bible, men build, women destroy. That's what it says, right? And if you look at society, you can see evidence of that, right? Look who's like supporting all of these programs and supporting all of like everything that's like totally destructive for society right now. Look who's behind it. It's women, right? And who is supporting them? Men, right? Men, at the end of the day, it's our responsibility. As I've talked about feminism on this channel, women aren't responsible for feminism, we are, right? We started it, and we are the only ones who can end it. Okay, and really right now the only way we can end it is by educating more guys and getting this type of knowledge out there. Until next time, this is M from the 33 Secrets. Don't forget to smash that like button below. Also hit that notification bell right next to it so that you are notified whenever I release a brand new coaching video here on the YouTube. And more importantly, guys, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Helps me out a ton when you guys actually subscribe to the channel, so please make sure you're subscribed to my channel, as well as sharing my coaching videos with like-minded friends of yours so that we can really build this tribe and get this education out there to more guys who need it. And for all of you guys who want to support my work and all of this red pill, gold pill, and platinum pill content that I'm teaching you guys even further, the best way to do that is by jumping into my monthly online coaching program, 7 Months to Mastery, where I'm teaching guys just like you how to go out there and approach and close the youngest, hottest, and most beautiful looking women on the planet. I am talking about 8s, 9s, and 10s, the same exact type of women that myself and all of my coaching students are out there approaching and closing every single week. And I kid you not, every single week. No matter what type of crisis is going on in the world, no matter what type of virus is breaking out, we're out there making things happen every single week, just like you can if you learn this stuff. Okay, and right now the first month is only $1. Okay, it's only $1 for the entire first month of coaching lessons from me. And this again is the absolute best way to support my work and all of this knowledge that I am teaching you. If you're gaining value from it, this is the best way to support me. Okay, and you're going to gain a ton of value from what I have to teach you in 7 Months of Mastery. So feel free to take advantage of it. It's real easy. All you need to do is click that link below in my description box. It will take you over to my website where you could get signed up right now. It just takes 2 seconds. So do that now, and I will see you in my next coaching video.